Hello everyone and welcome to James Isaac Studio. I am James Isaac, a BI developer and data visualization engineer. In today's tutorial, we'll be building this sleek and professional Power BI dashboard from scratch. So we'll be covering the design, the visuals, layout, and interactions that brings it all together. If you're interested in creating premium dashboard, you're fed up of creating basic and simple dashboard, you want to up your game by creating a premium dashboard like the one I have on my screen, you are in the right place. Let's get started. So before we begin, let me quickly show you what we are going to be building. As you can see on my screen, this is a modern product analytic dashboard designed around a luxury watch brand. It has a very modern and premium feel. We have our key metrics on the left, which contains the sales, the price, the quantity, and brand. A future product right at the center, and some supporting visual that help tell the story of the data. On the dashboard, we have the 6-monthly trend, which also enable us to filter by month by selecting any of the months on the chart. Now, when I select April, you see it's being filtered by that month, and I can see my title is being updated. Also, we have the sales KPI and the month-of-month percentage. All of these will be shown to us shortly on how to achieve it in Power BI. Below it, we have the product selector. The product selector allows us to filter by product, right? So when I select a product, at the center here, I see the product that's being filtered, and every other element on it are being filtered based on that product. Okay, the other slicer we have is the gender slicer, where we can switch between men and women. In this case, we are on men, so when I switch to women, we can check the women products, and everything is filtered perfectly, and the interaction is smooth, right? We also have this visual, this gender sales distribution. This is just a simple donut, chart that shows this distributions and sales distributions by gender, that's between women and men. So that's all we're going to be building in this dashboard. It's very simple, straightforward. But what makes this dashboard stands out, what makes it stand out is the UI design. All right, it's beyond a basic design. Okay, of course, Power BI cannot achieve this design, so we are using an external tool called Figma. So our wireframe or dashboard background is going to be built in Figma, right? So I'm going to be taking us through on how to build this wireframe in Figma from scratch. So if you have no idea of, you have never used Figma before, or you have little knowledge about Figma, so I got you. I'm going to take it step by step on how to achieve the design. If you look at the design carefully, you see it has this texture field effect, this texture green texture field effect, right? So I'm going to be showing you how that is achieved in Power BI, which gives us the premium feel. So what I really like about this project is that it combines both analytics and design, right? It's not just about displaying numbers, it's about presenting information in a way that looks clean, engaging, and easy to understand. Okay, so by the end of this tutorial, you will have a dashboard that looks great in your portfolio and also teaches you some practical design techniques you can use in your own project. All right, enough of talking. Let's jump into Power BI and start building. All right, we are in Power BI now, and I'm going to be starting with a blank report. I'm going to start with a blank report. Okay, so here, yes, this is our Power BI. This is our view where we have our report view, we have our table view, we have our model view. So the next step is to bring in our data set. So I'm going to go into my local device and search for my data set. I'm going to get it from get data, and my data is in Excel workbook. So I'm bringing it through Excel workbook. All right, so this is my data set, watch sales. So I open it up and get my data set into Power BI. Yeah, so we have two tables. We have the order tables, or we have the product tables. So we can see the preview here quickly. order table it has 5 columns: the order ID, the order date, the product ID, the quantity that is being ordered, and the total amount, which is the total sales. Then we have the product. The product here, the product, we have product ID. We can see already that this table needs some cleaning, right? The product table is give the information about the product, and we have 12 products here, 1 to 12, right? 12 products, and we have its information per product. Okay, so these are table need cleaning. So we need to take it to Power Query, right? So I'm not going to load for now. I want to take it to transform data, so which will take us to Power Query, where we get our data formatted, we get our data cleaned and ready for analysis. Okay, so we are here in Power Query. All right, we're here in Power Query. So the first thing we want to do is to clean our data set right here. Let's start with the order table. The order table looks clean, looks neat, everything looks okay here, right? So let's move to the product table. The product table, we have a lot of none, which we need to get rid of. First of all, we don't need these columns. We have column 8, 9, and 10. So I'm going to get rid of this column first by highlighting column 8, O my Control Shift and O column 10. Then right click, then I see remove columns. So I remove that. Okay. Yeah, so the next, we want to remove these blank rows. We have a lot of blank rows here that we don't need. We only need 12, right? 12 rows, 1 to 12, because we have 12 products. So we need to get rid of this other blank rows. So how do we do that? Under Home, you come to this reduce rows. Then under remove rows, we see remove blank rows. So you click on remove blank rows, and that gets rid of the blank rows. Okay, so now our product table is ready, is fine. Next thing we want to do, we want to look at the data type and make sure that the data types are correct. The data formats, right? The data formats are correct. Yes, this we have it in decimal, we can leave it there. We have this in alphabet, that is fine. This is the URL, right? That is responsible for the image of each product. Okay, let's go back to the order table. Let's look at the data type 1.2. This is decimal. This is in O number, which is fine. O number, fine. This is in dates and O number. All right, so we have this like this, which is good. So the next, we need another table, which is called dates table, right? For our date intelligence, we need our dates table. So how do we get our date table here in Power Query? So a very simple and fast method is to create a reference table from our order table. So in the query view, I right click on my orders and click on reference. So I create a reference table, right? So I rename by double clicking, and I rename this as I rename this as dates table. All right, so the column I need here is just the order dates. This is the only column I need, so I have to remove the order. I don't need the order, so I right click and remove other columns. Okay, so leaving just the order dates, right? So the next step is to remove duplicate here. We don't need duplicate, we need identical values. So I'm going to right click here and remove duplicate. We have removed duplicates. Okay, so I've removed duplicate. So the next is now to create the columns, right? We want to extract our year, month, and month number from this order table. So the fastest way to do it is, while your order table dates column is being highlighted, you go to the add column. Under the add column, we have from dates and time, we have dates. So we click on here. So first we extracted our year. So we go back to other dates. We extract the month. This is the month's number. Then the last one, we'll extract the name of month. Okay, so we extract the name of month. So we have the name of month. We're not using the name of month like this. We're not using the old, spelling of the month. We need just the first 3 characters of the of the words, right, of the month. So we're going to highlight the month number. We'll come to transform. On our transform, we have this extract. So we are extracting the first characters. So we click on the first characters, and the count should be 3. Okay, so we have just 3 you know, yeah, three letters, the first three letters of each month. So that's all we need to do to create our date tables. Our tables are ready. The date table is ready. The product table is ready, right? The product tables has to do with give the information about the product, each of the product, and we have our order table. In our order table, we see that we have our product ID, which we are going to use to relate with our product ID in the product table. All right, I think that is all for the cleaning and the transformation. So the next step is to close and apply. So I close and apply. Okay, and it's up layers. Now we have our data inside our Power BI desktop. We have the date table, we have the order table. You can view from the table view. We have the dates table, we have the order table, we have the products table. Okay, so that's what we need. The next step is to create a relationship, right? Let's go to the model view. So the model view, I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to get rid of this because normally, yeah, that's what Power BI does, connects automatically for you. But I want to start from scratch, right? So this will be my fact table. The order table will be my fact table, while the orders table will be my dimension table. The product and the dates table will be my dimension table. So I want to create a relationship between the fact table and the dimension table, which will be in a star schema, right, model. Okay, so which column are we related together is the product ID. We have the product ID in the order, we have the product ID in the product table. So I'm going to take the product ID from the product table to the order table, and that should help create a relationship for me, one-to-many cardinality. The cross filter direction will be single, make the relationship to be active. Then I save. All right, so for the dates table, I'm going to relate it based on the dates, order dates column. So I'll pick this order dates column and place it here, and that should give me also one-to-many cardinality, cross filter section single, relationship active. So that's all I need. That's all I need to do to creating my product and my relationship between my fact table and my dimension table. So the next step is I need to create my measure table, the table that will host and house all metrics, all my DAX measures, right, for my visualization. And a simple way, I'm going to do it here in the data model view. You can do it also in the table view, but I'll do it here in the model view. So what I just do is I come to new table, I click on new table, and I will have the ability to. All right, so I'm going to name this underscore measures. So the easiest way to write is equals to this bracket. Yeah, so 1, you open the bracket, you write your 1 and close it, then you hit enter. So that creates our measure table. So that's where this is where all our measures will be written. Okay, so that is all we need to do. Everything is set and ready, so we can start building. But before we start writing our DAX measure and start building our visualization, we want to first of all design the background of the dashboard, the UI background of the dashboard. Then we import it into the canvas background here. So we're going to be building that, designing the background in Figma. So we jump into Figma. All right, so here is my Figma account. You can open up yours, or if you don't have an account, you can create register a free account in Figma. So once you've done that, you click on create to create a new file. But I'm going to continue with the recent one so that we recreate it. Yeah, so this is the background that we are going to create. We are creating in Figma. All right, we're going to recreate it because I've created it before. This was the one I used, but I'm going to recreate it from the scratch again so that you can also be able to do it right yourself, and that way you get the skill, you get the value, and also replicate it in any of your future projects. Okay, so I'm going to be putting us how to create this from scratch. So the first thing we want to do, we have the color code here. If you look at the left of the dashboard, these are the color code being used. Don't worry, every materials will be in the description below, plus the data set. You can get it there. Okay, so the first thing is I'm going to pick out my frame here. I'll draw my frame, and at the left panel here, I'm going to give it the dimension. The dimension, the width we are using 2200 and the height we're using 1200. So that is the width and height of the dashboard. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to give it this frame a background. I want to give it a background color. We'll be adding a gradient fill to our background, the background of our frame. So the gradient fill, we come to the fill here, and below here we change it to gradient. We'll move this to this angle, move this to this angle. All right, so for this angle, the fill is going to be 526,479. Enter. And for this angle, the fill is going to be 3F4354. All right, so that's the background gradient fill of our dashboard. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is we're going to create this one rounded side of our rectangle. One rounded side of our rectangle. We're going to create this two area of the dashboard. So how do we do that? We're going to bring in rectangle below here. So you bring out your rectangle, you draw this rectangle for this one first, and the dimension for the width is going to be 855.12. That's going to be 855.12. right? So that is the width. Then the height remain the same, 1200. Okay, so that is the dimension of this side of the dashboard. All right, for that background side of the dashboard. So how do we get it rounded? So you're going to double click this. Once you double click this, you see this it has these grid lines on it and nodes. There's this node around it. So that is the node we're going to use to shape it. So if you over at the middle, you see this pencil like icon. So you just click and drag. Click and drag it to the middle, and for this part to drag it a bit inward. The below part to drag it a bit inward also. Drag this back a bit. All right. So once you have something like this, so to be similar to this, then why this is highlighted, you come below, you see this function below here, you see bend, so you click on bend. Once you click on bend and you highlight this, we have this rounded shape. Then you adjust with the arrow, adjust with this arrow to give you a perfect rounded, a perfect half cycle, right? Half ellipse. We are looking for a perfect half ellipse, right? I think this is okay. This is good to go. So and next thing I'm going to do now is to duplicate this, bring it over here. So I'm creating for the other side. Then I'll come to my property here in my left panel and flip horizontal. Once I flip horizontal, I'll take it to the edge. Then I'll drag this to almost meet it. Okay, stop here somewhere like this. All right, so this is too round, so I'll double click and use this node to drag this out a bit. Drag this out a bit. Make sure that is perfectly aligned, yes, with the other. Then you adjust with your arrow just to have almost perfect cycle. All right, almost perfect half cycle. Then that is, I think this is okay. Now we can go with this. We can go with this. But one more thing, this looks misplaced. I need to drag it. Okay, enter. So this is perfect. So the next one to do is to give it a color, to give it a fill color, and a fill color is going to be gradient fill. So on this, why I select on this, I come to fill, I give it a gradient fill. For this axe part, it's going to be 27282C. Then this part is going to be 30333A. All right, so I'm going to move this to this edge, move this to this edge. Entered. Okay, so for this, I'll just copy this property here, right click, copy property as, copy property, then right click on this, then I paste it, paste property, so I have the same color. All right, so the next step is if you look at the navigation on this one, we have this background to it. So I'm going to include that background, bringing out another rectangle. So I'll draw this rectangle here, take it to the edge. I think the position is perfect. The dimension, the width should be 137, and the height, our height should be 593. Okay, that is okay. So we're going to double click also to get that node. Then I'll drag this inside a bit. It's an inside a bit, this inside a bit. Then I drag this out a bit. All right, then I click on bend, click on it so it's bent a bit. Then I give it, adjust with the arrow to make it rounded a bit, the enter. So this is what I need. It's similar to this, it's perfect. So that's what we need. So we're going to give it also is gradient fill, which is the same with this ones we did earlier. So I'm going to copy the property, click on this and paste the property here. So when I paste, yeah, it looks, they are the same, right? So to make it pop out, stand out, we need to give it a drop shadow, just as how we can see here. It has a drop shadow. So I'm going to give it a double drop shadow. So the first one is once it's been highlighted, you come to the property panel. Under effect, you click on effect, drop shadow. Then we're going to give this the x-axis -6, y-axis -6. The blur, let's give it 11. Let's give it 11, right? Then for the field here, I'm going to give it 47, 47, 54. Then opacity should be 95. Opacity 95. All right, so that's what we need. Then we're going to give it another drop shadow. You come to effect plus, give it another drop shadow. So this one will be plus, will be 6, 6, 11. So we leave this as dark. Then the opacity will be 50 in this case. Okay, so you see now it's pop out. We have that neuromorphism effect on the navigation background. So that's what we need right now. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to add this our cycle to it. Okay, so for the outer cycle or the outer ellipse, we are going to bring this ellipse, Control Shift for a perfect ellipse. Then I bring it to the middle. The dimension should be 586. Likewise for the height, so it will be a perfect ellipse, 586. All right, so bring this to the middle here. So what will be the fill? The fill here in this case will be 537,296. So that is our outer ellipse. For our inner ellipse, you can bring in another ellipse, Control Shift. All right, and for this one, the dimension is going to be 422, and the fill color is going to be 40B0CC. 40B0CC. So this one we're going to make sure that it's perfectly centered in the middle of the outer cycle. All right, so when we get this done, and then we're going to add one more ellipse, right? If you look at this background here, you see that there is this like a glow effect on it. So we need to add that glow effect by, let's duplicate this ellipse. I duplicate this now and I give it the dimension should be 522. All right, so I place it here, and the fill color for this is going to be 488,3C7. All right, so this is the fill color, and we're going to give it a layer blur. Give it a layer blur of, the layer blur is going to be, let's give it 46. All right, so you see that glow effect. So we'll take it below. It should be below other ellipse, so it should be behind them. Sorry, behind the, yeah, so place it perfectly. All right, so that is all for that. So that is all for that. So the next thing is if you look at our background, this our edges background, you see they have this texture fill. So what is responsible for that texture is an image fill, which is coming from this image. If you look at this image, I downloaded it online, right? So this is what I'm going to use to fill it, to give it that texture feel, right? So I have it already downloaded. I have it located in my device. So I'm going to include it in the materials in the description below. So once you download it, you get this image and you get it saved in your device. So how do we get that filled up in this background? So the first thing is, let's start with this one. So I'm going to add a fill plus, add it. Then we're going to use image instead of gradient. We are using image. So I'm going to upload from computer, and this is the image, this is the texture. So I open it up, it fills it up. So it's you put it under fill, so it's under fill. That is nice. So on here you come to the blend mode. The blend mode, you change it from normal to overlay. All right, so change to overlay, and then the opacity we change to 55. So that's what we need. That is all, right? So for this other one, same thing. You do same thing to this. You add a fill, and it's going to be image. We upload from computer. This is it. Yes. Then you change it from normal to overlay 55. Right, you can see now it's giving out exactly like this one. So for this one, we just copy this. You copy the property and you paste the property here, and voila, you have it the same way, right? So we are almost done. So the next thing we want to include in our dashboard is our widget, right? This card, the ones that our chart will be on. Okay, so for this one, we're going to bring in a rectangle. We're going to bring in a rectangle, not a line, a rectangle here. Bring in a rectangle, and the dimension for this is going to be 815. The height is 302. Now 302 is the height. Then I place it somewhere here. Okay, so what will be the fill? Our fill color is going to be 30333A. Yes, that's our fill color, and we're going to add effects to it. So we're going to have a drop shadow effect, which is going to be similar to the one we did earlier, to the navigation -6, -6, 11. So you just follow this exactly, you get the same result. 4747, that is the fill color. 54, then the opacity will be 95 here, 95. So we have this top. Then I'm going to add another drop shadow effect. In this case, this is going to be 6, 6, 11. Then here I'm going to have 50 as the opacity. All right, so you see we have that neuromorphism effect on our card now. So I'm going to duplicate this one and bring it down for the for the product selector, and then for this one I'm going to change the height. The height is going to be 261. All right, so make sure that it's perfectly aligned together. Okay, see the space, right? Then I bring it here, give it space. Yeah, so this is what we have here. This is what we did here. Now for this one, we're going to duplicate this one, bring it over here, and just change the size, the dimension. The dimension here is going to be 414, and the height is going to be 279. Okay, so that's what we have here. But now if you notice, what you're going to notice is that there's a glow effect on the card here, but here the effect the glow and not on the card. So what I'm going to, how do we do that? We have to bring this rectangles below the ellipse. So I'm going to drag this below this, drag this below this, then drag this below this. So now it's below the ellipse. So now we can have the glow affected, reflecting on the widget of our dashboard. All right, so that is that for that. So the next thing I want to do is now I want to add this watch, right? We have this watch, nice styled watch text right on it. So we're going to bring in text from here, and I'll click on text and I'll type my watch WATCH, and then what will be the here in our property panel, the font size will be 96, so it'll be big, and the font style is we have monotone, right? This is it, and the fill is going to be 585 E66. Yeah, so that is the fill. Then we're going to rotate this to 90 degrees. Oh, sorry, not opacity. Maybe opacity 100. Rotation, yeah, this is rotation 90 degrees. Then we'll bring it over here. All right, yeah, so bring it over here. So that's how to achieve that text there. So it looks perfect. All right, so the next thing to do, we need to achieve now, is the icons, our navigation icon and all these icons. Is the icons. All right, for the sake of time, I'm very sure adding the icons will be easy for you. All you just have to do is come to this place. You go to image, right? When you click on image, then you search for where your icon is being saved. All of these materials is going to be included in below the description, so you download it, you have it. So under the icon, say you have all the icons that in SVG, right? Like here we have search, so I can bring it open, then I have it and I drag it right in here, then resize it as I want and place it above here. So that's how you bring in all your icons. So for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that one after the other. I'm just going to copy from here and take it below down to the one we are building. So I'll duplicate this, drag this one into this frame. So I'll bring it to this frame, place it somewhere here. I think this is perfect. Then here too, for my social medias, I bring it and press it down here, right? Then for the icons, for the navigations, let me just group these here first, right? So I duplicate, then I bring it down here. It's very simple, right? And then for this, for the header here, I duplicate and I also bring it here. Okay, so that is just all of these are easy to, so that brings the end to the designing of our UI background dashboard, right? So we have our dashboard background completed. So all what is left for us now is to download this and take it to Power BI. So now how do you download? You click on your icon, you click on your frame, your frame. Now you can rename the frame here or here. So let me rename it here to background. Let me rename it to background. All right, background, enter. So now I have renamed it to background. So I'll make sure that it is being highlighted. So you click on, you see where my cursor is, you click on there so that everything will be selected in the frame. Then you come to your property panel here below, you see export, then you click on export, They were exporting as PNG. You can export as PEG, SVG, PDF, or exporting as PNG, and we're setting these to ×2, the resolution to ×2. We're setting it to ×2. Then we click on export background. So once you click on export, you see below here is saying exporting. So you're going to wait. We're going to wait for it to export it to our device. All right, so it is done exporting our background. I have downloaded it before, so I have a double download. Okay, so it's done exporting it to our device. So we are now going to jump into Power BI and locate it from our device and continue from there. All right, so here now we're back on Power BI. We're back on Power BI. Now I'm going to import our background that we downloaded, we designed in Figma. I want to bring it into Power BI. So we'll come to our formats panel under canvas setting. So we set our canvas setting. So I set the width to 2200, the height to 1200, and I set the vertical alignment to middle, right? So I have this. So this is the dimension we are using for our dashboard. Then come to the canvas background. Then under the canvas background, we are going to bring the image that we have downloaded from Figma. Here we have the background that we downloaded. I downloaded it twice. That's why I have two here. So I have the background we downloaded. So open it up here. Right, open it up here. In case your transparency is 100, you have to bring it to 0%. All right, then image fit, we need to change it to stretch so that everything will show properly. Okay, so this is the background that we designed in Figma. All right, so the color, we're going to change the background color to this color. The color is 30333A. All right, then we're going to also apply the same color to the wallpaper background color. So the wallpaper will apply this so that we have our wallpaper background, aligned like that. So, and that is all we need to do. So our background is ready. So this is the background of the dashboard. So now we can now start building our visuals and building our charts on this dashboard. All right, before we begin to build our visuals and begin to write our DAX measures, we want to ensure that our month's name is sorted by our month's number. So how we're going to do that is to go to our table view. Here we have our dates table. So under the want to sort this month's name by the month's number. So how to achieve that is while your month's number is being selected, you come under here where we have sort by column. You click on it and you sort by month. All right, so you wait for it to work on it, and the month name is now sorted by month so that we can have January come first, February, March, and so on. So the next step also that is very important is to ensure that our URL, yes, the product URL is in the right category. So the data category, we are going to change it to image URL so that it can display the image appropriately. All right, so after haven't done that, now we can start writing our measure. So the first thing we need to do is to have our KPIs here. If you look at the finished product, we have the sales KPI, we have the price, we have the quantity, and we have the brand. So the sales is the total amount per sales, and we have the price per individual brand. We have the quantity that is being purchased, and we have the brand. Okay, so I got to come back here to Power BI. So the first one I want to do is our sales. So under our measure table, we're going to right click and create a new measure. We're going to create a new measure. Yeah, so I'm going to name this sales, and the DAX is going to be sum, open bracket, order. So we are summing the total amount. Close your bracket and you hit enter. So we have our sales. When I bring it out, so this is our sales. These are our sales. All right. Let's have for the price. New measure. Price. All right. Same for our quantity. We have our quantity. The sum. That should be from the order table. Quantity. Okay. All right. So we have our three KPIs now: the sales, the quantity, and the price. So let me bring out the price. Yeah, this is for the price. Let me bring out the sales. So no, the quantity, rather the quantity. All right, these are quantity. Then the fourth KPI is the brand, and that's, we don't need to write a measure for that. So just bring it up from our product. This is the brand. So just bring it out here. Change that to table card. So I have change that to card. All right. So we have our 4 KPIs here. So let's quickly format it. I'm going to format the first one, the sales KPI. Then I'm going to fast forward the rest. All right. So let me show you how to format these so that we can have it exactly as we have them here. Okay. So how to do this? We open up our format panel. All right. Then we switch off this category label. We don't need it. We're going to switch on the title and give it sales, and we're using 14. Okay. Then the font, let's change it to CGO UI semi bold. All right. Centralize the text color. So the text color should be 14C9E1. Okay. So let's remove the background. Come to under size and style. You switch off your background. Yes. So you go back to the color value. We change this to CGO UI bold, and the font here will be 35 for value, and the font color should be CBD6DD. Okay, so let me see if I'm having it the same way. All right, let me change the CGO UI to just, then use this bold here. I think it will be much better like this. All right, so this is what we have as our sales. The title, I can bold it. So this is how you're going to format for the others, right? Just place it somewhere here. Okay. The fast way to format orders, let me show you. You can use this format painter, right? You click on it and align this. Then you give it your title. This price is a price. Then you click on this, your format painter, on this, so that way it will be faster. Quantity, Then hit format painter, and for the last one, I'm gonna give it a brand, the title brand. All right, so have it sales, we have the price, we have the quantity, and we have the brand. Okay, so I can quickly align them properly, first by giving them equal. I want to align it properly so it to be aligned perfectly. I can give them equals width, which is 336. Give this one 336, also 336. Yes, give this 336, 36. Give this 336. So then I can alight all of them. Then I come to format under align. So I'll first want to align, let's see, is it centered? Yes, align centered. Then align vertically. So I'll bring it here. Okay, perfect. So this is what we need. We have our sales, we have our price, we have our quantity, we have our brand. So simple and straightforward. So the next is here, let's see. We have our agenda, sales, distribution. All right, so let's quickly do that. So this one is donor chart. So we bring out our donor chart, right? To place it here. Let me bring that out. So we place our donor chart here. And so the legend will be gender. So let's put sales in the value, and the legend will be gender from, that will be from product. We have gender, yes, male and female. So we quickly format that by removing the title, the legend. Let's first remove the background. So let's remove the background. For the slicer, let's, for men, I'm giving men this color. I'm giving men 109182. Try this color for men. Then for women, I'm giving women 26292C. All right. Then we want to reduce this radius. We want to increase it a bit. Yes, this is okay. All right. Then for the data label outside, we just want percentage data percentage. That's a percentage of value of total. Then let's give it a font size. Let's give it a font color, this font color, so you can see properly. All right. And maybe we increase to 10. Okay. And display units. Okay. Percent value, let's give it percentage, decimal, one decimal place. All right. Now for our legend, we should remove the title. Okay. Then for the color, let's give it same color here. Now let's increase this. So let me zoom in so you see properly. Right, so this is what we have. Let's zoom this in. Okay, so this is how it should be. Male and female distribution. We have, for men we have 50.9%. For women we have 49.1%. Right, so that is what we need to do here. That's just all we need to do there. So that is okay, that is fine. So the next is we have here this title, right, for each of the brand, and the description. So we want to add this now. We just completed this now, so we want to add this. So for that title, we're going to bring out the product name. That is the product name. Bring out the product name. and this one should be in card. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to remove under size and style, remove the background. Yeah, remove the background, and we're going to give it, the font size should be 41. The color should be, let's give it CBD EDD. Let's mix this 6. Okay, I think this is fine. CBD 6DD. Yeah, this font color is. Then we'll change this to CGO. All right, let's bold it. Okay, so next is we're going to turn off the category label. And so that is all. So you place that here, right? Place that here, reduce this a bit. Okay, so for the description, we're going to bring out the description here from the product. Bring out your description. Yeah, so I'm going to have this also in card. Have this in card, then switch off the background, switch off the category label. Under the color value, the font size will be 19, and we change it to CGO UI, and we are going to change the color to, the color code will be 8B 2B6. Right, let's give you that color code. That is not complete. Let me add A here. All right, so this is what we need. Place this below here. Okay, something like this. So that gives us we now have this here, right? The product name and the description. So that's what we have here now, the product name and description. Okay, so that is nice, so easy to do, right? So the next one, now let's move to this trend. Here we have this trend, right? And if we notice something, we are able to select by month. So when I click on February, all of the data set, both the KPIs are being updated by, the months being selected in our monthly trend. When I change that, it's been changed, right? So how are we going to achieve this? So one way how to achieve this is that we're going to be using two date table. We're going to be using 2-date table in order to achieve this. So the first one is going to be the date table that is related and connected to the fact table, and the second table is going to be a disconnected table. So in order to achieve this, we need to have a disconnected date table that will help us to filter the data sets, to filter and still retain other months. All right, so this is like a 2-date interaction. So how to achieve that? The first thing we need to do is to create another date table from the date table we have initially. So how are we going to achieve that? We're going to come to model view. So under model view, we're going to create a new table. We have this new table here. So you click on new table, and I'm going to give it the title is going to be new dates. New dates. So new date will be equals to date table, right? The date table we have initially, right? So just how you're going to do it, new table is equals to date table. That's all we need. So we are creating another new table from our dates table, right? So now we have 2 dates table here. We have the first date table, the original one we have initially, which is related with the other table, but this one will be disconnected. We'll have this disconnected, and this is one we're going to use to filter and to achieve what we have here. Okay, so we'll come back here. So the first thing I want to do is to bring out our cluster column chart. Bring your cluster column chart here, right? And yes, our cluster column chart. So we have our x-axis and y-axis. So in our x-axis, we're going to be using month name, which is from our dates table, the one which is the connected table, right? We are going to bring out the month name here, and our y-axis will be sales. So we have these. Yes, so we have our monthly trend, our sales monthly trend. So I'm going to quickly format these before we proceed. So the first thing is I want to off the title. I want to move the background, turn off the background, and I'll turn off the grid lines. Okay, then x-axis, I'm going to turn off the value. We are not going to use this x-axis value because we are going to be using the x-axis value from the disconnected table in order to achieve the filter. All right, so the y-axis, I'm going to leave the value, but I'm going to just give it this font color. All right, the column, the layout, yes, and increase the spacing. I'll increase the spacing between it. All right, think let me have it to 40. Let me see. Okay, I guess this is okay. So we have January, February, March, April, May, and June. All right, June. So we have, let me see, January, February, March, of course. So we have this like this. So in order to achieve the filter, right, that when we select one month, it's been filtered, we're going to have a slicer. We're going to bring out a slicer from here. We're going to bring out our button slicer. So we're using button slicer. So when you bring out a button slicer from here, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in a bit so you see what I'm doing. So let me off the y-axis title. Okay, and I think the x-axis title too should be turned off. All right, so this is our button slicer. So for this button slicer, we're going to be using the value. We're going to be including the month name from the disconnected table we created earlier, which is the new dates. We're going to bring this month name, bring it under the value, so we have it this way. So we'll quickly format this by turning up the title, and under slicer settings, we're going to force selection. All right, meaning that one should be turned on. Force selection, and yeah, force select. But you will notice that for the month, it started with April. So we didn't sort this. We need to sort the month accordingly. So I have to go back to table view under our new dates. So we select our month number and sort it by month. Right, sort it by month, and that should fix the issue. And the month name should be sorted properly. So we'll come back here to our view, and this we have it sorted properly. So we have January, February, March, April, May, and June. All right, so the next thing is, let's continue to format this. Under button, multiple button layout, we're going to have the row to be 1. We want to have 1 row, and this we're going to have it as 6. Okay, so 6, right? I'm going to stretch this, and I'll place it below the bars, right, and make it fit properly. All right, so the first thing we want to do is, let's format this. Let's complete the formatting of the button slicer. All right, so how next thing to do is, let's come to color out. call out, and under the value, let's make it center. Okay, let's go to size and style. Let's remove the background. First of all, remove the background. Right, let's remove the background completely. So we'll go to button and remove the background also. Okay, and remove the border as well. Let me see, is there border? No border. So remove the border as well. All right, so now let's format this properly. So let's go to the callouts back. Callouts. So the states. So when it is default, we want to set the font, the value font to be, the font color to be 9F A3AC. All right, that is nice. Then when it is selected, we want the value to change the color font to be 27 CBE1, and want it bold so it will pop out. Okay, so this is what we have. Then we are going to, and when it is over on, you see it is when I hover on it, it's showing black, so I need to change that. So when it is over on, I want it to give me, I want the value to return this font color. So when I hover on it, so there's no change to it. Okay, so I'm going to stretch this and align it properly so it will fit in the middle of the bar chart. All right, so you take your time to adjust this properly so it will look real and look like it's the x-axis. All right, so this is it. So now we can select, you can select the month. So when I click on this month, you see it's been selected. Click on this, it's been selected. Click on this, it's been selected, right? But nothing is changing. The bars are still blue, right? And even the KPIs are not updating. What is going on? What is happening? What are we missing? When I click on this, the bars are not changing. The bar remains blue, and these are not updating. So we need to remember that this date is coming from a disconnected table. Do not forget, it's coming from a disconnected table. So we need to find a way to connect this, right? Connected table, to connect it with our data set, with our facts table. We need to connect it with our data. So we're going to do that with measure. That is the power of DAX. We're going to use the leverage, DAX, leverage measure to achieve that. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to, the wisdom here is to create conditional formatting with DAX. We're going to create a conditional formatting with DAX to format our bar chart. All right. So how to achieve? I'm going to create a measure. I'm going to write a measure called bar color. I'm going to say bar color. The color for our bar, and I'm going to write the measure as if so if let's check if this is filtered. If we're going to use is filtered function, which is the new date. The user select a month from the new dates table. We want to link the values from dates, our normal dates table now, month number, so I'm going to use in values, new dates. So this will be the DAX is going to be new date, month, name, right? Then we close brackets, comma. So it should give us this 109182. Otherwise, you should return 26292C. All right. I'm having error here, so I need to close this bracket. Okay, so this is the measure, right? We are using its filter, right? Meaning that if you are using this function, saying that we're setting this conditional formatting as if user select any date from this table, right? So we're checking the values if it is corresponding to, if the month being selected from the new table date is corresponding to the date table which is connected to our fact table, it should return this color code. Otherwise, it should return this for the unselected month table. So that's what this measure is doing. So I'm going to hit enter. So I'm going to use it shortly. So I'm going to select my trend now, my bar chart, and come under column. So under the column, we're going to give it that conditional formatting that we just wrote in DAX. Then we are going to give it a field value. So we're going to search for it here, which is the barcode, bar color, and hit OK. So we should see that it should change. Yeah. So the selected one is working, but it's still showing blue for the others. I was expecting it to show dark. Let me check my darks. Okay, I didn't put hash here, so I have to put hash here, right? And it's okay, and that should work. That should work. All right. So this is what we are looking for. So we have achieved this now. Okay, so now you see this is working perfectly. That's giving us what we want. Let's check it out. It's now I can select January, and I have January being selected. Others are now this conditional formatting for the back colors are working perfectly. So others which are not selected. Now when user selects a month from the disconnected table, the measure we wrote, searches the month that has been selected, if it's, and check the corresponding month with the connected table, and return back that first color that we give. The others that were unselected, we're giving this black color. So that's what we want, and that's what it gave us. So that this is working now perfectly. But one more thing that we need to fix is our KPIs. Our KPIs are not updating as we are selecting this month, which means, why is that so? It's because remember, this month slicer is coming from the disconnected table, so it's not connected anyway with our KPIs. Our KPIs, if you look at the DAX, is just a simple sum from the facts table, right? So there's a way we need to update that and link it to this disconnected table. So how are we going to do that? I want to create another measure called, for this sales KPI, I want to create a dynamic sales measure that we read this slicer. All right, that will be connected automatically to this slicer. So whenever we select our month, it's being updated automatically. So we'll name it as sales dynamic, right? Let me give it this way. Equals to, so this one we're going to write a variable. May come down here, a variable. So the variable will be selected selected month, which will be equals to selected value, new date. So it will be new date, month. Let's use the month number. Okay. So we're going to return. So now the variable we wrote here is we are checking the month number, the month that is being selected from this new date, which is our disconnected dates table. We're checking the month being selected. So we're saying you should return. We're going to calculate. We're going to calculate the sum of the total amount, right? Close brackets. So we're going to check the dates, our normal dates that is being connected to the fact table, if it's equals to the selected month. So this is how I should write it, right? So we are summing the total sales, but the condition is that you should check if this our dates table, which is connected to this fact table, if it's whenever it's equals to this month that is selected here, it should return the value for that month. So that is what the DAX is talking about. It's all about, and that's how it should be. All right. So that way, whenever we select the month here, it will be updated automatically. So now I'm going to change these. I'm going to change these sales. I want to change this sales KPI now to the dynamic one we just entered. So I'm going to take this off, bring the sales dynamic here. Perfect. So now we have, when I choose April, you see now it's updating. February is updated properly. May updated, now it's working, right? So let's format this properly. We want to have this in dollars, right? In currency. So when I click on this, I come to format, or let me come to, I think it's home. Let me click on this. Okay, measure tools. So I'm going to select this dollar sign. So we have it in dollars currency. All right, then what should be our, so let's leave it in, so let's have it in one decimal place. So this, I'll change this auto to 1, enter. So to 1. All right, so we have it 1 decimal place. For the price, the price does not need to, we don't need to update it by month, because the price is fixed, right? Because this price is coming from the product table. If you look at the product table here, the price is coming from here, right? This is the price, and the price is a fixed price per brand. Do you understand? So it's not changing per month. All right, it's a fixed price per brand. So for this price, we don't need to link it with the month slicer. So we just have to leave it like this. It's fine like this. You understand? It's always the same price every month for the brand selected. All right, so for this one, we only format the data by formatting this to giving it, or let's try to see if we can do it here. Unit value. Okay, let me just do it there. So changing it to dollars and giving the 1 decimal place, leaving it in 1 decimal place. All right, so this is what all we have to do for the price KPI. And for the quantity, we have to, this quantity need to be updated, based on the month that is being selected, because it's coming from the order table. We look at the order table we have here. So we have more quantity, right, per month is changing, right? It's dynamic. So we need to ensure that that month slicer is connected to the quantity KPI. So it's connected to the quantity KPI. So we need to change this quantity. We need to change the measure. So we're going to have it as we did. So let me just, to save time, right? Let me just copy from here. Let me copy it from here. Let me copy from here and go back to quantity. I will change it to this. So we're going to change this part, this total amount to quantity. All right, so that's what we need to do. Hit. All right, so that is it. So it is dynamic now. So when I select my month, see that the quantity is changing now. For February, it's 95. For April, 117. For May, 90. All right, so that's what we need here. Also, we are not doing anything. This one does not need to be connected to the slicer. Why? Because it's coming from product, also product table, and it is fixed, right? Product, because it's product name, brand, right? Brand, so it is fixed, so it's not changing per month. So because we are focusing on a product, we're going to be featuring a product, and for that product we'll be checking out the sales, the price, the quantity, and the brand name. All right, so the next thing we need to do is add our KPIs here. As you can see here, we have the sales KPI here, we have the month, and we have the title. So let's quickly do that. What I'm going to do is, let me duplicate this one, Control C, Control V, copy paste, and paste it here. So I'll take off the title. Let's make this 30 font size. Let's reduce it a bit. Let's drop it here. I think this should be okay. Let me change I think okay, I can change that. It's fine. It's fine like this. All right, so for the month of months, let's quickly write the DAX for that. So the first thing we want to do is calculate we want to do the month of month, right? The month the changes between 2 months, right? The percentage change between the previous month and the current month. So the first thing we want to do is calculate the previous year sales. And I'm going to write a variable. Selected month. Now that variable should be, the month of month also should be connected to the month slicer, right, from our disconnected table. So that's what I'm going to write. First of all, write this measure that when it should return the value of, that should be dates, months. So it will return based on the month that has been selected. So the next variable I'm going to write now will be the previous month. Now I'll calculate my previous month, which will be equals to the selected month now. So we are calculating it based on the selected months here. So we are calculating this selected month here is based on the month selected from our disconnected table. Okay, the month selected from this disconnected table. So I'm saying, so the previous year should be that month that is being selected, minus 1 minus the previous month. Okay, so this is for our previous month now. So this variable is checking the current month that is being selected. So this will be the current month. All right, so this will be the previous month, now will be this current month minus 1. All right, so that is simple. And then we're going to do return. So we're going to use calculate function, and here I'm going to have sum of open bracket orders other total amount, close the bracket, date table month when it's equals to the previous month, right? So yeah, so these dates, this is the connected months, right? So that will be equivalent to this one when it is equals to this, so that it can, get it running. So that will be for our previous sales. That will be for our previous sales. Then we're going to now calculate our month of months. So we write another measure, new measure, and there'll be month of months. Okay. So we'll write a variable, and that would be my previous sales. Let me write it this way. So that will be these the measure we calculated earlier, which is our previous sale. All right, so what do I do? What I did here? Yeah, we know that our month of month is the current sales, which is now our dynamic based on the one selected, minus previous sales divided by previous sales, right? But I wrote this function in here, checking my previous sales to be sure it is not blank. If it is blank or is equals to 0, it should return it as blank. So the reason is because, when I check January, if I'm on January, there is no month before January. There is no month before January. So that means the previous sales then for January is going to be 0 or it's going to be blank. So that would be, I would write if also, to undo months that does not exist before January, sorry. Then this would be month, that's our measure. So we are writing a format measure for this. So we wanted to show it in percentage, right? We want to show it in percentage. So this should be blank. Then we're going to say we're going to use format function. So we're going to format our month of months. Format it as, when it is positive, it should be 0 plus 0%. Your semicolon. When it is negative, it should be minus 0%. Then when it is then 0, that will be 0%. So I'm going to have this curly bracket, then I'm going to close this. So that's our month of month. Then I bring it out. So I'm using the month of month percentage, bring it out. So this is what we have. So we have 23%. When it's May, so the difference between April and May is minus 23%, right? That's the amount of month, minus 23%. So I'm going to do this now, format it properly by using CGO UI. The font should be 16. Let me bold it. Turn off the category label. So for this one, I want to be for the color, I want to give in a conditional formatting, right, for the color, and we're giving it rules, right? Rules. So we are going to select our field month of month, the month of month. Then this greater or equals to minimum 0. So let's give the color should be ED8A 8A. So it should be red, right? Then we had new rules. Then this one should be 0. This one should be max. All right. So the font color should be 31 DDFA, which should be blue. Let me change that A to 4. Let me see this one to I. Okay, 1. All right, so this is what we have for our blue. So this is the condition when it is red. When it's negative, we have it in red. When it is positive, in blue. So click it OK. So now it should give us in red. So let's remove the background. Remove the background and position this properly here. All right. So you can use this to move it. Let me zoom in so that I can put it properly. Position it properly. Okay, something like this. I can use this to position it up, down. All right, so now this is updating properly. When I hit my month, you see, so now we have difference between March and April is +10. There was an increase, right? And you can see from here there was an increase. Here there's a decrease. When we go down, it's negative. Here there should be an increase here, +14. When it hits here, there's negative, right? Decrease. Here there's positive, there's increase, +11. All right, so it's working properly. It's fine. So that's how to do that. So the next thing is, let's add our title here, our dynamic title. So I'm going to write another measure for that sales title. For the sales title, I'm going to say sales. I'm going to call it sales title. And what will be the title? It will be sales trend, sales monthly trend. So I'm going to open a bracket and I'll do this. So selected value. So this one will be dynamic month name, comma. If else, it should give me all months when all are selected, which I don't think that will be possible because we set our slicer to force selection, so we can't just to have it there. Then we close. So this is the title. So it's monthly trend. This will be dynamic based on what's being selected and the month that is being selected. So I'm going to bring it out. So bring it out, and this is it. Says monthly trend April. So I'm April. So April, you can see April in the bracket. So when I go to March, this will be updated to March. So it's working. So I'll just quickly format this. Get rid of the background. I'm going to do this now. Give these. Let's change the font to CGUI. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's go category label, font color. Let me give you this font color, I guess. Yeah, let me reduce this to, let me say 20. Let me drop it down here. Okay, so let me just drop this to 17 because it's too big. All right, so this is what we have, 6 monthly trend. I guess that's what we have here, 6 monthly trend. Perfect. So I can bold this, reduce the font to 15. Yes. Then let's go back to our normal view, fit to it. All right, so that's complete this visual, the 6 monthly trend. Complete the visual. So when I select This is being updated. Select, updated. You see, it's working fine, and all of these two are updated. So the last one we want to do is the slicer here. We have two slicer there. We have, look at it, we have the women gender slicer, and we have this product selector slicer. So let's quickly do the product selector slicer. So we're using a button slicer here also. So a button slicer we're going to use there. This is my button slicer. I'll bring it out. So I bring it here. All right. So in the value, I'm going to include brand name in the value. This is a brand name. Then I'll come to formats, under format here, and under format we come to image. You see image, come to image, and from data we select from data. So we add data. We add data from product URL. So it'll be fixed to first URL. All right. So that is what we want. Okay. So we're going to change this image field to fits. Change it to fits. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is, now let's format properly. Slider setting. Before we're not going to force to selection, just single select. Button layout. I already change the row to 1 and this to 4. Okay, so we're going to resize it properly. Okay, so this is going to be this now. So let's format it properly. Come to call out the values we want it to be at. We want to be in center, right? Let's see. Let's start from, let me get rid of the bracket, sorry, the background, get rid of the title. Okay, so for the button, we're going to change the shape to rounded. Yes, and we're going to give it 14. Yeah, 14, corner radius. And the padding, leave it as normal. The background, we turn it off. Okay, so the border, we're going to give the border this font color 747A86. So give it that color. Let's increase the width a bit too. Right, let me see what I have here. All right, so 2. Now you can see it is, but we are scrolling, right? Let's change this scrolling setting. Under multi-button layout, come down to overflow. We have continuous scroll, right? We want to change it from vertical to horizontal. So we scroll like this. So we scroll this way. All right, so scroll this way. But I want to make it more sleek, right? I going to change this continuous scroll to paginated. Okay, so that I can paginate like this, side to side, right? Paginate side to side. This is scrolling. So I have this like this. So now let's fix the values. Let's fix the value. Let's come to button. Let's check first of all, when it is selected, we want the border to change to this blue, right? But when it is default, it should be here. So when I select this one, and you see that all of these are words, they are being filtered by this brand. When I select this brand, Bulova, you see Bulova brand is filtering properly. We need to adjust this to show complete. Right, you can see the January the sales was very low, February spike very high. That's why we're having over 400 plus 700 plus months of month change. That is a lot. Okay, so let's come back here now and fix this. So let's fix the brand name, right? So that will be done at color call out. So call out, when it is default, we want the value to give us the value should be this font color. Okay, then when it is selected, we want the value color to be this. All right, so we can even bold that. All right, so let's leave the font 12. No problem with that. Okay, let me see what I have here. Okay, yeah, so state, let's change the state to all, so we can set the values to centralize. Yeah, horizontal alignment to centralize. So what about the over? Let's check for the over. When we're hovering on it, let's change it to something this blue like this. Okay, well, let me change it to lighter blue. All right, so when I over, I can see this, so I can now select this. But now the brands are, it is both male and female category, so we want to have a slicer to be able to switch between male and female brand. So I got to bring in another slicer, another button slicer. I think let me just duplicate this one. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the brand here. Right, so I'm going to change the value. I'm going to add gender. It's going to be gender, right? Gender, and for the image, I'm going to turn it off. Okay, so we have male and female. So I'm going to turn off this interaction between this slicer and this slicer. So when I'm selected, I'm selected on this now. Yeah, I'm selecting this slicer now. So I'm going to go to format, edit interaction, and turn this off. Right, so it will not filter the male and female gender. So I'll turn it off back. So I'll come back here, reduce this. You see already, it's already filtering by gender. So for this now, the button, I'm going to turn it off, turn the borders off, and when it is selected to, I'll turn the border off. Okay, and I think over, let me just say all, turn the border off all. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is reduce this, fix it here. This one I'm going to stretch it a bit here. All right, so now we have this, and I want for the men and women, once it is selected, let's come to call out. When it is selected, I want it to be underlined. Right, so now I can switch between men and women. So when I search women, this is being selected. I'm being blank because men here category here is still selected, so I need to turn off the selection. Then I go to women, then I have this, then I can select women, brand, any of the products, can filter by that. All right, and this updates properly. So the other thing I want to do is so we have completed this now, right? So we have completed this now. So the other thing I want to do now is our future products at the center here. When the product is being selected from this, when any of the product is being selected from the product slicer, we want it to be featured at the center. So how to achieve this? We're going to bring in an image. This image chart or whatever I call it, bring it, and I will make it big like this, and I place it here. So I'm going to come to style under my format image, come to style, come to image, upload image. I'll change it to select from data. I'll click on data, go to products and URL. Good, nice. So we have, you see the image displayed already. So just stretch this. So when I come to men, when I select any of these, you see it's been updated based on the product being selected. All right, this is getting interesting. You see everything is already coming up together and looking nice already. But one thing we need to do, if you look at our donor chart, is been this men and women slicer is interacting with it. We need to turn it off. When I click on it, go to format, edit interaction, I need to turn that off. Right, we don't need that to interact with that. So now can I select our product, and everything will update perfectly. So this comes to the end of our dashboard. It's working fine. You can see everything is being the interaction is dynamic. And also look at this here, we need to turn the interaction between these, because this slicer from this is only featuring by male, right? We need to turn that off also. So you turn it off, so it become proper. And that is it. Our premium interactive Power BI dashboard is now complete. I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial and picked up some techniques you can use in your own projects. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep building and keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.